I was told previously that this was incorrect. I don't know. I think it makes sense to me, but and if I want to find, let's see. So we'll do, where is it at? Let's do Duchess's male to Harley's female randomly. So we do the inbreeding coefficient. And then it'll tell you the common ancestor. And then the contribution from which rat. Ruger's in there a lot, actually. Ruger's the main dude for 95% of my rats. Let's see, we did the inbreeding coefficient. We do the relationship coefficient, but that's not there. I'm not sure. That would probably have to be brother and sister. I can do my stock, and then it shows everybody that I own. Shows of that. What's that? Okay, Harley. Okay, so there's that. And then, let's see. I went over the pedigree. Oh, contacts. You want to put contacts in. You can put where they're from, who you sold to, all of that, and then that way you have everything in a log. You want to be able to go back and say, okay, well, I sold this person this rat on this day. And you can go back in your stuff and see when the exact day is, like with the whole soul thing. They wanted to know everybody from June of last year. That would have been difficult if I hadn't kept all of these records. Let's see. You can back it up. So that's pretty much, I'm trying to think if there's anything else in here that I haven't really talked about. I think that's it for this. So now I have my trusty binder. So this is my girls in litters. So for this I have the girls, the litters, temperament tests. Let's see what that is. I think that's the, this is just a list of the rats that I have, and then deaths. I actually haven't recorded this because it's been quite a while since I've had any. So the girls, I actually keep this, I don't know, this spreadsheet thing I got from Walmart. So I have the list of the girls that I have there, and then I have the girls. It says Duchess, and then those are her weights. And when I bred her on specific dates, sometimes if I took weights at a different time than I'm used to, I'll write that down to show, because it can vary so much during the day. Litters. So these are my old litters that I didn't keep very many records on. And then these are the litters that I have right now. So I have all of this. So the S1 is Scribble's first litter. LB is Little Buddy, his first litter. And then M1 is male 1. So then I have the information on, there's 9 Rex, 3 standard, 5 females, 7 males, 1 culled, and 1 disappeared, which I figure she culled on her own. Back leg was when I cut their fur. I cut their fur on their back leg, and then that way I knew That's when it was. And then I culled those 3 on a different day after the 25th. So I have that information on there. These are their weights on the specific dates. Their type, everything like that. Trying to see if there's anything in here. Oh, okay, so this one, this is my first brother and sister pairing. Second. Scribbles was brother and sister. One was missing an eye. So I called that one. So now I'm going to be keeping track and make sure that it isn't a recurring thing. I want to breed away from it, and make sure that not every litter pops up with missing eyes. I'll continue. I will still breed brother to sister from that litter, but I want to keep an eye on it. Just breed the ones that don't have small eyes. The ones that aren't missing eyes, of course, those ones will be culled. I just want to breed away from it and make sure that it doesn't keep popping up. And then if it does, that is when you outcross. You could outcross closely, or you can totally outcross. Or you can line breed or totally outcross, to see if you can help breed away from that. Temperament tests. I have my temperament tests here. So everything for the temperament tests. That's something that's a whole other video. So I have their scores. So I did every rat the date that I did it, and then their scores. Some of them did really poorly. See, I called that one. This is just that, the deaths. And then I have, in here is my boys. So I've got my boys' information, their weights. I do not weigh them nearly as much. I've got a bunch of dosing information. I took it all from Real Rat Lovers Want to Know. Like 95% of it. Sales. I'll have the sales thing in here. My do not adopt. That's that one. And then I've got my waiting list. I want to make sure that even if I'm not going in order, I want to make sure that everybody's going to get helped eventually. Since I just started breeding again, it'll be quite a while before I'm caught up. Everybody's been pretty understanding, I guess, so far. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wasn't able to go over that I didn't think of. My biggest advice is keep track of everything, even if it's little. If you switch bedding, if you switch food, if you give them a specific food that you've never given them before, keep track of it. There are little things, environmental things, that can seem genetic that aren't. You want to keep track of that for yourself. You want to keep track of it for your other breeders. You want to make sure that everybody has everything they need. Anything that you would want, you need to keep track of for somebody else. And then that way there's no questions asked. It's all there. Don't falsify your pedigrees. Don't do that. Because 95% of the time, somebody's going to catch on. There's been totally wrong pedigrees before that have been caught, and it's pretty ridiculous. So I guess I hope this helps. Hopefully I covered everything that needed to be covered on pedigrees. I feel like I kind of went through it fast, even though it's a long video. I feel like I went through a lot of information fast. So if you have questions, please ask. Thank you.